Welcome back, everybody, to the Copper Stacker. Today I'm going to be talking about an argument some people make against stacking copper, and that is that it's against the law to melt these. So they'll never be worth more than 1 cent, is what some people say. But here are some of the reasons why I don't agree with this opinion. Why I think we'll be able to, in the future, trade and sell these for a lot more than 1 cent. First, take your silver as an example. Back in the 60s, or 64, thereabouts, when we switched over from these silver coins to the zinc and everything else, all the non-precious metals, these were in the pocket change that people had. Anybody could have taken these out, kept them in a jar, and saved them until now, or even saved them until the spike in the early 1980s and made a lot of money by doing so. Right now, the dimes, just the silver content, $1.89, the quarters, $4.72, and the half dollars, $9.45. Like that sound, don't you? That nice silver sound. But this is the Copper Stacker channel, so let's get back to it. In time, people will recognize that these have a certain amount of copper in them. And they can see just by what they are that they have a little over 3 grams of copper in them. So when the price of copper goes up, they say, hey, 3 grams of copper. I know the value of that. I'm willing to buy that from you. I know it's exactly. In fact, it'll have more value like this, as these do now, than if you melt them down, because your buyer will know just by looking at what the amount of copper is. Whereas if I were to melt all these down just into a bar, okay, people will doubt the authenticity, the purity, the amount of that bar, and you're going to be more limited on who you can sell to. Usually a coin shop, someone who can analyze it and can know all the details. Whereas in this form, anybody that knows silver or knows copper will be willing to buy it. Plus, in addition to that, these may go out of circulation. There's already talk now about taking the cent out of circulation and just going up to the nickel in the U.S. currency. Plus, there's a talk that I'm not too in favor of switching to a digital currency, in which case these will trade on their copper value, because there'll be no monetary reason to keep them in their current form, or you can either trade them for the copper value, where a person you're trading to might melt them down, or you keep them as they are. Anyways, that's why I'm not worried about government laws against melting these down, because first, I don't need to melt them down, and then in the future, you might be able to melt them down. So I'm just not worried about that argument. I'm trying to get ahead of this. If I would have been alive, or if some of you have been alive in the 60s, I could have gotten ahead of this and pushed that big rush. I think silver is pretty much out of the circulation by the 80s rolled around and the big price spikes. We got to get ahead of these price spikes and get them now while they're easy, before they get hard, like these are now, where you're going to pay more than this. Actually, you're going to pay premium. You're going to pay at least $2, $5, $10. At least right now. Probably the premium's gotten even higher. So, get on your copper stacking now. If you want to stack copper, don't wait. Don't wait for the price to go up for changes in situations, because then everybody's going to get on it. It's going to be more difficult for you. Thank you for joining me for another video on my channel. I hope that you can like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. I'll be putting out more content about this topic, copper stacking, because I am the copper stacker. Everybody have a great day. Bye.